Picture this. It's a lazy Sunday afternoon. You're curled up with a book, and nestled beside you is your four-legged friend, sprawled out, snoring, paws twitching in dreamland. It's a tranquil and utterly adorable sight. Whether it's on the couch, in a sunbeam, or sprawled belly up in the middle of the bed, there's something about a sleeping dog that pulls at our heartstrings. Is it their innocent expression? The way they snuggle into the coziest corners, or the funny little woofs they make while dreaming? Ah, to sleep like a dog. Here's a tidbit. Did you know that our canine companions sleep for an average of 12 to 14 hours a day? And puppies sleep for up to 20 hours a day. It makes you wonder, are they having epic adventures in dreamland, or is there more to this sleep saga? But wait a second. Why do dogs sleep so much? Is it just because their daily to-do list is pretty sparse, apart from eat, play, and, well, snooze? Or is it a form of canine self-care that we, the ever-busy humans, could learn a thing or two from? Oh, and if you're wondering whether your fur baby is just a little too fond of napping, and if all this sleep is normal or a sign of something else, stay with us. We're about to embark on a journey into the world of doggy dozing that might just have you rethinking your own sleep game. Ever noticed how your dog seems to go from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat, one moment snoozing peacefully, and the next springing up as though the backyard has just turned into a squirrel circus? Well, there's a science to that slumber, and it's more intricate than you might think. First things first, dogs aren't just lazy. Nope, not even close. Their need for substantial shut-eye is hardwired, and their sleep cycles are quite different from ours. While humans typically have one prolonged sleeping period at night, dogs are polyphasic sleepers, which means they catch their Z's in several short bursts throughout the day and night. Now, let's dissect a dog's sleep cycle. Like humans, dogs experience multiple stages of sleep: light sleep, deep sleep, and even the REM, rapid eye movement stage, where dreaming happens. Here's the kicker. Dogs spend only about 10% of their sleeping time in REM compared to the 20 to 25% that humans luxuriate in. This could explain why dogs need more total sleep to get enough dream time in. But here's where it gets really interesting. Dogs have a unique ability, honed by millennia of evolution, to wake up quickly. This trait likely comes from their wild ancestors who needed to spring into action to defend themselves or join a hunt. Today's house pooch may not need to fend off predators, but they still carry this ancestral trait, allowing them to wake up ready to go at a moment's notice. Ever watched your dog snoozing and wondered if they're really comfortable? From the Superman pose to the classic donut, dogs have a range of quirky and endearing sleep positions. Each of these postures tells a story, whether it's about staying cool, feeling safe, or being primed to leap into action. So next time your dog drifts off to dreamland, know that there's a sophisticated process ticking away behind those closed eyes. They're not just napping, they're engaging in a vital, complex, and utterly fascinating biological dance that refuels their bodies and minds. Ever caught your pup twitching in their sleep and wondered if they're dreaming of chasing rabbits through meadows? Or simply living out a canine fantasy of unlimited belly rubs? As charming as those thoughts are, their sleep is serving an even grander purpose. It's their body's prime time for growth and healing. First off, let's bust a myth. Sleep isn't just downtime for dogs. It's essential maintenance time. During deep sleep, their bodies are hard at work. Cells are regenerating, wounds are healing, and the immune system is getting a serious boost. Think of it as your dog's personal overnight spa treatment. Rejuvenating and absolutely necessary. Here's a bedtime story you might not have heard. Puppies sleep a ton, and it's not just because they're cute and cuddly. Growing takes energy, and a significant part of a puppy's development happens when they're snoozing. During deep sleep, the brain releases a growth hormone that helps those little fur balls sprout into their full-grown selves. And it's not just puppies. Older dogs have their own set of sleep needs. As dogs age, their bodies may not recover as quickly from illness or injury. More sleep helps their bodies repair themselves and stave off inflammation, a common issue in older pups. But that's not all. Have you ever felt like a new person after a great night's sleep? Your dog does too. Quality sleep is essential for their mental health. It helps to reduce stress and anxiety, making your pooch happier and more resilient. Ready for a delightful revelation? Your snuggled up, snoozing pooch is partaking in a ritual that goes back thousands of years. It's not mere exhaustion or comfort we're talking about. This is about survival and instinct woven into their DNA. Intrigued yet? Hold on to that curiosity, because up next, we're diving into the wild past of dogs, unveiling how their ancestral habits still dictate their dozy hours today. It's easy to mistake your dog's love for sleep as a mere penchant for laziness. But rest assured, your dog isn't just being a furry couch potato without reason. In fact, their snoozing habits can be traced back to some pretty wild roots. Let's embark on a little time travel, shall we? Visualize, for a moment, the ancestors of your beloved pet, wolves. These intelligent and nimble creatures, unlike our pampered pooches, didn't have a bag of kibble waiting at home. They needed sharp senses, quick reflexes, and explosive energy to catch a meal. Sleep? That was their secret weapon. Snoozing for substantial periods was an energy-saving strategy. By resting, wild dogs conserved energy for the highly intense and sometimes infrequent hunts they had to embark upon. This was no light jog through the park. This was a matter of dinner or going to bed hungry. As dogs evolved and were domesticated, their lifestyle changed, but their sleep patterns? Not drastically. Our modern, civilized canines may not need to hunt for their supper, but the instinct to conserve energy runs through their veins as naturally as their love for a belly rub. Now, let's debunk a popular myth. Dogs are not sleeping because they're lazy or lack energy. They're hardwired to store up energy for activities, even if that's just a romp in the yard or a spirited game of fetch. It's a hangover from their wilder days. And let's face it, who doesn't love a good nap? Certain breeds are just predisposed to sleep more. Think about the calm and composed Mastiff compared to the lively and energetic Border Collie. They are as different in their sleep needs as they are in their appearance. And that's perfectly normal. It's all written in their genes, an echo of their ancestors' lifestyles and roles. In the wild, dogs sleep when they aren't doing anything else. Think of it as their default state. They aren't pondering the mysteries of the universe. They are either engaged in activities or they are catching some Z's. In your home, they follow this routine out of instinct, not because they are perpetually tired or bored. Let's not forget that sleep is a phenomenal stress buster for dogs just as it is for humans. When life gets a bit overwhelming, maybe after a move to a new place or after a loud thunderstorm, extra sleep helps dogs to recover and rebalance their emotions. Have you ever envied your dog's ability to sleep just about anywhere? That's a skill that's been honed over millennia. It's a trait that has served dogs well, allowing them to thrive in a myriad of environments, all the while being alert enough to spring into action at a moment's notice. So, as we pull back the curtain on your dog's sleepy symphony, it becomes clear that this isn't mere laziness we are witnessing. It's a complex, adaptive, and utterly fascinating behavior that's rich with history and instinct. Up next, we'll dig even deeper. Ever wondered what's going through your dog's mind when those eyes close? Stay tuned. We're about to explore the whimsical world of doggy dreams. When your dog is curled up, twitching and softly woofing in sleep, it's hard not to wonder what they're dreaming about. Are they chasing squirrels in a field of endless treats, or being the neighborhood's furry superhero? It turns out your dog's dreams might not be too far from that whimsy. Just like humans, dogs enter a REM, rapid eye movement, stage of sleep where dreaming occurs. Studies have indicated that dogs likely dream about their daily activities, which is no surprise. The day's games of fetch, the squirrels they saw or barked at during their walk, or the affectionate moments with you could all be replayed as they snooze. Contrary to the assumption that dogs sleep a lot due to boredom, their sleep, especially the dreaming phase, serves as a time for mental rejuvenation. Their brains are processing, organizing, and storing memories, and their emotional health is getting a nice, restful reset. Ever noticed how puppies seem to dream more than adult dogs? That's because they do. Puppies are processing a whole new world of experiences, and their brains are developing rapidly. The sheer cuteness of a dreaming pup is a bonus, but it's essentially their way of making sense of all the new scents, sights, and sounds they encounter every day. Not all doggy dreams are made of sunshine and tennis balls. Just like us, dogs can have nightmares. You might see them whining, shaking, or growling in their sleep. It's hard to watch, but it's generally best to let them sleep through it. Waking them suddenly can be disorienting and might result in an accidental nip due to their surprise. Every dog is a unique individual, and that individuality shines through even when they're snoring away in slumber. How much a dog sleeps isn't only dictated by how tiring their day was. Age and lifestyle play substantial roles too. Puppies, much like human babies, sleep a ton. Growing is hard work, and their little bodies are rapidly changing. Likewise, senior dogs tend to sleep more as well, as they have less energy and might be trying to soothe aching joints or bones. Now, here's a pro tip. Lifestyle factors are huge. A dog who is engaged, stimulated, and exercised regularly will have healthier sleeping patterns. Consider this a nudge to get out that leash and go for an extra walk today. It's for science. And for science, we mean your dog's quality of sleep. Also, let's clear up a big misconception. Not all long naps are created equal. If you notice a sudden change in your dog's sleeping patterns, that's a vet visit waiting to happen. It could be a sign of health issues, such as hypothyroidism or diabetes, or perhaps something as simple as a change in diet is needed. Here's the golden nugget. Pay attention to your dog's sleep as you would your own. You wouldn't want to sleep all day, every day, and neither should your pup. Regular activity, mental stimulation, a balanced diet, and, here's the hard part, resisting those puppy eyes begging for treats can promote a healthy sleep pattern for your four-legged friend. Isn't it comforting to know that, much like us, our dogs have their own sleep personalities? And just like us, a good night's or day's sleep is a cornerstone of their well-being.